Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something that could fundamentally change how we think about medical testing.
Right, and it's one of those innovations that makes you wonder why we haven't been doing this all along. We're talking about 3K Nano, a startup that's using nanotechnology to completely reimagine biosensors.
Exactly. You know, when most people think about getting medical tests done, what comes to mind? Long waits, expensive lab work, maybe having to give what feels like gallons of blood.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just getting a simple vitamin D test can be such a hassle. You've got to schedule an appointment, go to a lab, wait days for results, and then get hit with a bill that makes you question if it was worth it.
And that's exactly the problem 3K Nano is tackling. They're developing these next-generation biosensors using nanomaterials and something called screen-printed carbon electrodes.
Screen-printed carbon electrodes. That sounds pretty technical.
It does, but here's the fascinating part. It's actually a really elegant solution. Think of it like this. Instead of needing a whole laboratory setup, they're essentially printing the testing technology onto a small surface. It's like, you know how we went from massive computers to smartphones?
Right, miniaturization, but with way more capability.
Exactly. And the key here is the nanomaterials. These are materials engineered at an incredibly tiny scale. We're talking billionths of a meter. At that scale, materials behave differently. And 3K Nano is harnessing those unique properties to create ultra-sensitive sensors.
So we've established they're making these tiny, powerful sensors, but what makes this truly disruptive? Because there are other biosensor companies out there.
You've hit the nail on the head. The game changer is stability. See, one of the biggest challenges with nanomaterials has always been keeping them stable over time. It's like, imagine having a super powerful tool that stops working after a few uses. Not very practical for clinical settings, right?
Absolutely not. I mean, hospitals and clinics need equipment they can rely on day after day.
Precisely. And that's where 3K Nano's innovation comes in. They're specifically focusing on enhancing the stability of these nanomaterials to create what they call a durable and reliable biosensor platform. This means consistent performance in real clinical environments, not just in a lab.
That's huge. So what exactly can these sensors detect?
Well, they're starting with vitamin D3, which is brilliant because vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common. Some studies suggest up to 1 billion people worldwide have insufficient levels. But here's where it gets really interesting. They're designing it for real-time monitoring.
Wait, real time? You mean like instant results?
That's exactly what I mean. No more waiting days to find out if you need to adjust your supplements. But they're not stopping there. They're also developing sensors for cortisol, you know, the stress hormone, as well as ammonia and something called trimethylamine or TMA.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Each of these has major health implications. Cortisol monitoring could revolutionize how we understand and manage stress. And ammonia detection, that's crucial for liver function monitoring, right?
Exactly. And here's what really strikes me about their mission. They're explicitly targeting accessibility. The current diagnostic methods aren't just inconvenient. They're genuinely inaccessible for many people, especially those with limited financial resources.
You know, that's something we don't talk enough about. Health disparities often start with diagnostic disparities. If you can't afford the test, you can't catch problems early.
Right. And 3K Nano's approach addresses multiple barriers at once. Lower cost because of the materials and manufacturing process, smaller sample volumes needed, which is huge for pediatric or elderly patients, and faster results, which means quicker treatment decisions.
I'm curious about the technology side. They mentioned using the 3D experience platform from Dassault Systems. That's some serious industrial design software.
It is, and it shows they're thinking beyond just the laboratory. They're using advanced simulation to test and refine their designs before physical prototyping. It's like being able to test thousands of variations virtually before committing to manufacturing.
Smart. That could significantly accelerate their development timeline.
Absolutely. And when you're dealing with healthcare innovation, time matters. Every day these improved diagnostics aren't available is a day someone might miss catching a health issue early.
So to everyone listening, imagine walking into a pharmacy or even using a device at home that could give you accurate readings of your vitamin D, cortisol, or other biomarkers within minutes, not days. and at a fraction of the current cost.
It really makes you think about how this could transform preventative healthcare, doesn't it? When testing becomes this accessible, people are more likely to monitor their health proactively rather than reactively.
Exactly. It's shifting from I'll get tested when I feel sick to I'll keep track of my health markers regularly.
And that's particularly powerful for chronic conditions or for populations that need regular monitoring. Imagine someone with a liver condition being able to check their ammonia levels at home, or someone managing stress being able to track their cortisol patterns throughout the day.
The environmental monitoring aspect is intriguing too. These same technologies could be applied to testing water quality or detecting pollutants.
Right. It's not just about human health. The platform they're developing could have applications we haven't even thought of yet.
So as we wrap things up, here's what really stands out to me. 3K Nano isn't just making incremental improvements to existing technology. They're fundamentally rethinking how we approach diagnostics by solving that crucial stability problem with nanomaterials.
And by doing so, they're potentially democratizing access to health information. That's powerful.
It really is. Here's a thought to leave you with. If you could monitor any aspect of your health in real time, affordably and accurately, what would it be, and how might that change your daily health decisions?
That's the future 3K Nano is working toward, where understanding your body's signals becomes as simple as checking your phone.
And on that note, we'll wrap up today's deep dive into the fascinating world of nanotechnology-based biosensors.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Stay curious, keep those questions coming, and remember, the future of healthcare might just be smaller than we ever imagined.
Until next time, keep exploring.